Welcome back, everybody. I am JustDaZack, and today we are going to check out Titanium Court, an upcoming Match 3 fantasy game that is also very surreal. And I watched the trailer, and I don't even know what was going on. It hooked me, though, so here we are. Let's hit play. Let's see what this is about. I saw that the developer AP Thompson has published 2 games before this, and both of them have a very positive rating, so I expect some quality. Let's go. Is this? Okay, that was the loading screen. I don't trust anything in this game. A man steps onto stage and taps a microphone. Good evening. Before we begin the game, there are a few announcements. First, due to unexpected circumstances, the part of the player will be performed by an understudy. A couple of audible groans and one muffled boo erupt from the audience. No, there's no need for that. This kid may not be a star yet, but I've seen her rehearse, and I can guarantee that she will impress you. She may not have had the time to memorize any of her lines, but, well, neither have any of you. The audience laughs. Second, we would like to warn you that this production features a significant amount of obscenity. But before all the parents in the audience begin covering their children's ears, know this: the stage is enchanted such that the obscenities can only be heard by those of sufficient emotional maturity to handle hearing them. And finally, the writing room would like to issue an apology for failing to complete the script before this performance. They are working on it as I speak, so it is my pleasure to announce that tonight's performance is also a race. Who will win? The writers furiously working to finish the script, or the performers attempting to perform it? I can't answer the question, but I can announce that the race begins now. Let's go. We hope you enjoy the game. Where should you start? You were walking through the woods when the world around you shattered. This was both alarming and inconvenient. Isolated on a lone stretch of ground, you were transfixed as the broken landscape began to rearrange itself. Your eyes followed trees and hills collapsing in lines of 3, as if the forest you knew were not becoming carefully untangled. You dared not move from your position as the ground beneath your feet quivered in anticipation of shattering further. So that's us. You passed the time this way for who knows how long. Okay. Until the court slid into view. At first, you weren't sure you could trust your eyes. But there it was, a great shining structure among the roiling landscape, something stable and enclosed, a shelter. You kept your eyes on it, hoping it would draw close enough that you might peer inside its windows. Oh, so you have to get you over there. Interesting. Is this the way? Well, it's closing. Surprisingly, the court appeared able to move freely through the broken landscape, disregarding lines of 3 as it approached your position. Oh. And just as it came near, the shattered landscape lurched. With little warning, the force snapped back together, as if someone had pulled the knot of reality tight once again. Except, by now it wasn't the forest you knew. It was hardly even a forest. You stood, stretched, and began the hike towards the court. Who's that? A.P. Thompson presents. Later, while the sun hovered low over the horizon, there was a face within the walls of the court. Hoping to avoid any attention, you sought out a more isolated part of the hall. An empty table near an exit where no one would pay you much mind. A sound plan, except the hall was soon overflowing with people, and your table was no exception. The young man seated to your right began engaging you in idle conversation. The weather, how you found the meal, the role of the individual in a society, how you preferred to make your bed, those sorts of subjects. Eventually, he inquired about how you came to arrive at the court. Dots. Which answers my question quite thoroughly, while raising many more, he says as you conclude your tale. But forgive me, you haven't actually finished your story, have you? You admit there's a bit more, though you have yet to make sense of it. Where? So Casa 30 out of 30 life, we have 2 coins, 3 bread, 1, I don't know, soul, 1 controller or bomb, 1 coin, 1 other coin, and 1 crown. The people within the court were earnest but odd. After your arrival, you attempted to get some answers about your whereabouts and the strange circumstances outside, except they spoke mostly in riddles and nonsense, didn't they? They did. Let's find out where you are. Oh. A woman in a helmet doing her taxes, maybe, at a picnic table. Let's go! Said the woman. I would love to tell you where we are, friend, but I haven't even figured out where we aren't. She gestured at a stack of maps on the table behind her. We're not in any of those places. Or, at least, we weren't. Who knows if that's true now that the tide has come in? You attempted another tactic, hoping to glean some information. Perhaps she could at least tell you the name of this place? Oh, we just call it the court. Its full name is the Court of... I forget. Something like the Court of Aluminium, but it starts with a T. The Court of Tungsten? I don't know. Maybe. I'm new here and I'm bad with names, but at least I can give you mine. I'm Robin. She held out her hand, which you shook as you introduced yourself. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should try to sort this out before the tide settles again. Next you... Hold on. Are you seriously going to tell me about every individual conversation you had in excruciating detail? Yes. Yes, you are. Because if he lets you proceed uninterrupted, he'll learn that many of these people played a part in what happened next. Fine. Let's find out where you are. Also, it gives the writers more time to write the script, right? So, hey. A man resting in the shade of the wall. Said the man. Oh, Paul, before you ask me any more questions, you gotta know my deal. My deal is that I can only answer questions you haven't asked. So, as to where we are, no can do. Sorry, can't tell ya. But what are we doing? Oh man, we're a court of fairies on a quest to find our missing queen. He looked to both sides, then said, so let me know if you see her. Just don't ask me where she is. Why? I haven't asked that before, have I? A pair in front of a blackboard discussing magic. There appeared to be a seminar of some sort taking place in the courtyard. A seminar on magic, if you understood the text on the blackboard correctly. So, okay, first you take a metaphor and then you stretch it really thin, right? Right. Like Really thin. So thin you forgot its original purpose. Then you inflate it. Right, just inflate the metaphor. I prefer to use my lungs for that. Then, as it's inflating, you twist it like, hang on, like so. You're still following? I think so. And hold on. Ta-da! There. It now resembles a dock, a delight for children and such. Okay, so what happened to the metaphor? It's a lovely little balloon dock now. I see. They seemed a bit busy, so you left them to it. A small cat bathing in the sun atop the walls. They're okay. Said the small cat. Meow. Your questions are numerous, but inconsequential, for they miss the current crisis. Meow. What crisis? Well, the crisis we're in, my dinner is late. Meow. It is so late, in fact, that I'm not certain the concept of dinner isn't something I invented in a fugue of hunger? I've never heard that term before. Fugue? No. Fugue? Okay, you guys gotta tell me what that means. Never heard that. Meow. All other societal issues are mere trivialities in comparison to my plight. Brr, please, stranger, might you fill my bowl, thus ending this ravenous standoff? A woman behind you laughed. Don't listen to him. He's been fed twice today already. So, what now? What did the outside of the court look like from atop the walls? Have a look. Finding no immediate answers inside the court, you moved to the top of the walls and looked outward. Perhaps there was something you could see from this vantage that would shed more light on your situation. Doubts. To the contrary, conditions outside the walls were even stranger than they were at the time of your arrival. The rest of the shattered landscape had now melted away. The court stood alone amid a void. Dots. 4 dots. 5 dots. But not for long. Like a rush of water, new surroundings began to surround. Much of the new topography was familiar to you. You could identify fields, water, woods, and hills. But there was something else to see. A menacing group of other courts were also part of the landscape. You were not alone in noticing these courts. Someone shouted, "The war! The war! The war is here!" Someone else, "There can't be. Puck said no wars until you find the queen." Then perhaps we should explain that to them. Surrounded by the enemy on all sides and bereft of an obvious course of action, the people of the court began to pray. A man stepped forward and offered the first prayer. "I generally wish no harm upon our enemy. I merely pray they would fade into obscurity." Whoop. And whoop. Wow, I didn't expect that to work, but thanks. The woman named Robin offered the next prayer. "My notes are quite clear on this. Prayer does not work. Our time is much better spent steering the court. Remember, their soldiers cannot cross water. We should try to take shelter behind a moat until the tide comes in." That's a thing. There, now that river protects us from nearly half the field. Does it? Literally next to an enemy. What does this mean? Hills should also slow their advance, so for my next prayer... But the next prayer did not belong to Robin. The next prayer belonged to the cat. Meow. So long as we are making demands of God, then my wish as ever is to be fed. Okay, you have some food? We made food. Meow, so long... Oh, wait. Psst, hey. You probably didn't notice, but something just happened. I did notice. Screw you, I'm very smart and beautiful. What happened is, by matching fields, the court has just acquired more food. Similarly, other parts of the battlefield can be matched to earn souls, bombs or controllers or coins. None of those fairies in the court will tell you this. Oh, what the hell is that? Their religion forbids them from acknowledging the existence of the user interface. But I'm a secure tooltip. I fear no god. I will do my best to provide you with this vital information. And you're welcome. I don't trust you, tooltip. Not at all. Food? Food. That was a lot of water. Robin then bemoaned the loss of the moat, and will face even more of the enemy than before. Why must I bother? The scholars at the blackboard now chimed in. We've identified the most strategically sound location. This spot right here. Okay, top right corner apparently. If we just steer over there carefully, we should be fine. Sitting pretty. But Robin interjected. Stop, look at the clock. It's almost low tide. We have time left for only one more move. Which clock? Hello again. So the clock and time left Robin alludes to is, in fact, this unassuming progress bar at the edge of your vision. Much like life, every move you make will deplete some of your remaining time. Oh, can we not go that deep into us wasting time with so many inconsequential things that at the end of it we just suddenly wonder, could we just not have more? And even if we spent it more wisely, we would probably still ask for more, because in the end, that's all that matters, truly, right? But then again, what do we do with that? I guess that is the question. Is that part of it as well? If we have only one prayer left, what do you suggest we ask for? We might as well pray for a miracle. Apparently that's the miracle? Well, that's a start. Apology, but another explanation from me. Your humble tooltip is in order. The previous move chained multiple matches together. Because of this, you have earned some bonus time. For the fairies of the court, this might as well be a miracle. I still don't understand this clock yet. Is there any chance we could do that again, whatever that was? But there was no such chance. The next prayer would be the last one. Incidentally, the next prayer also belonged to you. Unsure of what any of that really meant, you imitated the people around you and made a pointless decision. I feel that. Well, that's not much we can really do here, right? Enemies are pretty much everywhere. I mean, enemies are trying to get to us. Is there anything I can do? What if we just move up? I have no idea. The battlefield snapped together as the court snapped to attention. Places, everyone! Windows were shuttered, the doors were slammed. Large swathes of people emerged from further inside and formed the line near the gates. I love this music in the background. Get ready, the orcs are coming! Oh wait, wrong movie. A tap on your shoulder, one of the scholars. We could use some help in the dressing room if you have a free hand. Oh yeah, that's much safer than fighting at the battlefield and at the front. Along with the scholars, introduced to you as Hop and Skip. You sorted through a large pile of costumes, props and weapons. Check the tag on that, would you? Make sure I put it together properly. Click and hold. 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 A farmer. Working fairies gathers food from fields. Am I still supposed to hold it? If it looks correct, feel free to hand it out. Click to use. Okay. You handed the bundle of farmer's apparel to the first person in line. Unperturbed by the idea of harvesting wheat in the middle of a battle, they whistled as they marched out the front gate. There's the farmer. Now do it again. Deploy another farmer. Okay. We're getting attacked, but sure, let's have more farmers. Now see if this one fits. I like how this actually is on the board now. That's so cool. Now see if this one fits anybody. Click and hold. 3 food, 1 controller, 1 coin. Hold. Soldier. Offensive fairy attacks the enemy. You handed a bundle of armor and weapons to the next person in line. She tested the weight of a weapon in her hand. I haven't received any training, so I'm just planning to hit anything that doesn't belong to us. Hey, good enough. After this minimal preparation, the scholars considered their work finished. I would place our chances of survival somewhere near abysmal, but I'm afraid this is the best we can do. A small mercy, at least, that the Queen isn't here to witness this. And so you waited with the others for the battle to commence. Hello, I must pester you one more time before I take my leave. Observe, this is the undo button. Use it to change your mind as many times as you wish before starting the battle. However, the official editorial position of this tooltip is that you are liable to lose no matter how many times you change your mind presently. When you are ready to lose, use the play button to proceed the battle. Now I will leave you in peace. But should you ever desire the company of your loyal tooltip, all you need to do is click and hold over any button or tile, and I will do my best to explain it to you. The question is, can we trust the tooltip bar? Probably not, but I don't think we have another choice, so let's go. Commence battle, sure. Go, my farmers! Oh look, there's some sheep. Oh god, that's lots of damage. A baseball bat? Oh no, we slipped. Where? Dead 4. Okay. Dots. And then, sometime later, as the sun hovered low over the horizon, there was a feast within the walls of the court. The man to your right is beside himself with laughter. Okay, so our court, cut off guard by sudden war, stumbled behind enemy lines, made a token attempt at resistance, and was summarily trampled. Do I have that right? Yes, that does appear to be an accurate summary. Well then, I'm certainly glad I slept through that. As you look at your surroundings, the switch flips in your mind. Your own story makes little sense now that you think on it. How did you... Your companion pats your arm. Don't worry about it. If our court couldn't withstand physical destruction, we wouldn't last 5 minutes within the pull of the tide. But enough of that. It's about time I made some introductions. As you've narrowly avoided learning, this glade is called the Titanium Court. Meanwhile, I have the honor of being the steward of the court. My name is Puck, although my lovers and enemies call me Goodfellow. I am chief advisor and friend eternal to our fair queen. As fancy as that sounds, in practice it means he's unemployed. One of the scholars, the man named Hop, has approached your table. He appears to have had a drink, or 2, or 4. He pulls a sweet between the two of you and assumes a jovial posture. Guess the queen stood us up, huh, Godfellow? Lucky for her, I would say. I would skip town too if I knew what a sorry showing the court would make. But on the plus side, we can continue draining her wine cellar. Now, are you going to help me with that, Goodfellow, or are you just going to stare at me? I don't mind either way. Puck, staring at the scholar, mouth agape, slowly inhales and pinches his nose. What fools these! How drunk are you, Hop? The queen is right here! I'm speaking to her for the entire feast! An excited hush falls over the entire hall. Hop blinks, looks at you, looks at Puck, turns bright red. Oh, I see it now. That calls for Her Majesty's finest vintage. I'll be right back. As Hop makes a quick exit, you look steadily at Puck and shake your head. There's no use denying it now, not after the tale you told me. If you would like more proof, just take a look at where you're seated. You slowly take in your surroundings. Puck smiles. Now if I may conclude my introductions, let me introduce you to the court, to your majesty, and likewise. Introduce the court to your majesty, and likewise. He stands up and addresses the entire hall as he says, Long absent, the queen of Titanium Court, always a stranger, has arrived. Cheers erupt and dessert is served. Yay! To your left, Hop returned with an armful of glasses and bottles. And about time too. Good fellow, did you tell her about the war yet? Titanium cord. We are at war. Chapter 1. A place beloved only of clowns and criminals. And then, just a short while after the feast, the court returns to war. You're in charge of the war now, Your Majesty. You should be fine. Just remember everything we've taught you about magical warfare. Blinking slowly, you remind them that at this exact moment, they have taught you roughly nothing about magical warfare. Good. She remembers quite clearly. High-tide. Well, the field is broken. Arrange it to your advantage. What is this new? Consult the ever-changing map. Inspect your available units. I want to consult the map. Look. Dots. You don't know what any of this means. No, not really. I guess this is like a roguelike map? Maybe? Well, we're gonna find that out eventually, maybe. Inspect your available units. Go. Farmers and guys. 3 bread, 1 controller, 1 that. I guess I would just like to use my resources somehow. And defeat the enemies. So we know that water protects us against the enemies. Yeah, so I'd like... Okay, this costs time, this costs time. So we want to... If we move, that costs time as well. Titanium cord, home for now. Can swap without making a match. This gives me wood. What do I do with wood? This is good, right? So these enemies have been defeated. I can defeat you guys. There's more, that's a problem. This is our time. I would like to have more food and 1 more controller maybe for units. Okay, more food. That's doable here. If I move you, we both move down. If I move any of this... Boop. Boop. Guess we'll just do this, because technically we're kind of protected against this on a long way. And these guys are slowed down by the rocks. We learned that. What the hell is this? I have no idea. Can't move it. We have enough food, and we have resources for 2 warriors at least. But there's 2, 4, 6 on the field. Is this supposed to be wood, maybe? Maybe it's supposed to be wood. Wasn't there a little bit more there a while ago? If I do this... We gain food. If I move here... I mean, also, the game earlier told us the safest place at the top right. So maybe I should have tried to go there, but that costs a lot of time as well, right? That is supposed to be the safest place, if I recall correctly. I think we have to do one of these. Rock. Is this a rock? Oh, there, money. Mortal magic. Power sustained by collective hallucination. Food. Makes bodies tall and strong. Water. Pulls minds and concepts through the veil. Stone. Absorbs impacts, losses, and eons. Wood. Fashioned into a club with which you may speak softly. Monarch. Offensive job. Turn property damage into profit. Earn money when you destroy buildings. Yeah, that's the money. So food, water, wood, stone. Health. A vital resource easily neglected. When depleted, you will lose the war. But do we need to do war? How about we make love instead? I feel like I can only do this or that. Let's do this. We're running out of time. I would like maybe some water. Oh, we're out of time now, dang it. That's a lot of enemies. Make preparation for the coming battle. So much for the ever-changing map. Wait. Undo? Working fairies gather food from fields. Well, there's not many fields, but we're kind of put... I don't know. We can only get the workers, and might as well send out farmers. Right, that's the best we can do, so I have no idea. Sure. Let's see what happens. Come on, my two guys. Get it! Nice, good job. So the enemies don't set anyone right now. But of course, now we are kind of hindered by these rocks. Which slows down. Come on! Get to the enemy! Oh, I can move to speed it up. Fair enough. Well... the game itself also well. Having now achieved some kind of victory in the war, you wonder if someone in the court might help you return home. It would be our pleasure if you can show us the way. Dots. Also, there was only one battle. There are many more to come, if my notes are to be trusted. Dots. Okay. Well, if you understand this map correctly, if it even is a map, there appears to be some sort of signage just ahead. Perhaps if you can reach those signs, you'll learn more about where you actually are, along with how to get home. And to reach them, we need merely be swept forward by the tide, as we have been all along. Convenient. Okay. Well, what the hell is this? Storage unit. It looks a lot like one you've rented in the past. So I don't have any units, and I wasted resources for that. That's bad. If I do this, you two drop down. So I guess I'd rather do this first. Then this. I want to get rid of you guys, but I don't know how. There's wood. I like wood. I need resources. There's more food. Maybe it's good if we're all the way down there. Oh, we're not. That's maybe good as well. I have no idea. No idea what I'm doing here. I want these guys to be slowed down, right? Food. There's our time. That's a lot of enemies. Getting rid of you. So you need all this long way to get to me. Or maybe this. That's also very long. You have an enemy. This one doesn't. Ooh, this is good double. Nice. Storage unit. But what do we do with the storage unit? Maybe we need to reach it ourselves or something. Okay, looking at the units, we can get 2 fighters, right? Yeah, we have the resources for that. 1 farmer, and the farm's right nearby us. So I guess we just want to collect resources if possible. There's water. You will send a unit, but that unit will probably never reach us, to be fair. So let's trap you there behind water. Oh, take a look inside the storage unit. Yeah, let's go. You're quite curious about what you might find inside the storage unit, but it's locked. Aw, dang it. Well, that's the best we can do. So, let's go. Commence battle. So you two attack this. You hopefully farm very successfully over there. Okay, this is when we can see when the others are gonna send stuff. That's cool. Yay, food. We should be safe, right? I mean, yeah, look. They will never really reach us. Can we get this castle? Do we actually get anything from that? No, we survived. That's important. Okay. So there's probably a way to influence these maps. I don't have any way. This looks like we're totally gonna lose, by the way. How are we supposed to do that? Get rid of these guys. These guys. Get rid of all of you. But this is even more important. What the hell is this? Paridolic pumpkin, a plant possessed by a friendly false face. Okay, if you say so. We need stone. No, the water that was there to save us, to protect us. Oh, wait. Okay, this is probably good enough. Bye-bye. How is there so many enemies? So we could actually get 3 soldiers on the way, 2 farmers, that's cool. But there's also food, which we would like to have, maybe? Lots of food right now, what we have. Also lots of enemies coming to try and get us. So if I look at the soldiers, 3 food, 1 wood. Stone is important. Could you please not send more? God damn it. Please go away. We're here. We still have a little bit of time. We could get 4 soldiers on the field. You can't reach us, right? Because you're completely with all the... Nice. Surrounded by water. Oh, that's so much wood. Okay, let's get greedy. So much for that. Now he can reach us. You're close, but that's probably still good. Here. Is it though? In a way, we need to make sure that we can't get attacked only by one way and attack that same way. So currently, they would get from the right side, but this guy's a problem. He sends units while we might go to the right. Defeat this one, then over here. Everyone's trying to get down here. But in the meantime, he just goes up to our castle and defeats us. And I don't think there's much I could do. I have no idea if that's how it's gonna end up. But maybe. I do this. We're less protected. I have no idea. Could you guys please not send so many enemies? We're out of time. Damn it. Well, I sure don't like this. Technically there's water all the... But I guess enemies can cross, like, diagonally? I have no idea. Let's just get as many soldiers as possible. There isn't really that much farming stuff, right? So 2 farmers? Do we want more farmers? I mean, food is important. But look at this. I guess it's fine. Let's go with this. Let's see how this is gonna turn out. We can also kind of influence the way how we spawn units. Might be interesting, important. So we can deal with this, but this is gonna be a problem. No, it's not, because time. Okay, I tend to overthink it, apparently. Well, that worked. Now that stone is gone. A menacing bird cage suddenly appears in front of the court. Your Majesty, I've notes on this foe. Let me know if you would like to see them. Robin has notes on how the birdcage behaves in battle. Talk. Right, here's what my notes say. First, at the start of low tide, the birdcage will flood its surroundings with water. Following that, the birdcage will attack the court with birds. fighting it may prove tricky. If it's always surrounded by water, the court's soldiers will be unable to reach it. You agree. You wonder if there's another approach the court could take. That way, you thank Robin for the information. What's this? Wait, aren't some of those enemy courts empty? Yeah. You've noticed a subtle difference between some of the enemy courts on the battlefield. While many enemy courts have soldiers prominently stationed outside their gates, there are also plenty of them that appear to be completely empty. You think you can maybe assume that these empty courts will not attack the quarters during the coming battle. Yes, you can assume that. Additionally, you can see when enemy soldiers will attack the court over here on the timeline. Even soldiers might be no threat if you can deal with their courts before they attack. Yeah, we learned that much, kind of. We need food. We need a lot of stuff. I think if we want to win, so there's two ways to go with this, I think. Make sure this birdcage is very far away, or make sure it's exactly where we are. So our soldiers will go over and destroy it immediately. Did you just spawn something? How dare you? A well-defended fortress creates a moat at the start of each battle. So we could try to get it over to us. Because I don't think it can flood our castle. Do we want to try this? Let's try it for fun. If we can get... Do you get one guy every turn? That's gonna be a problem. Your Majesty, look, there's a chest resting on that patch of land. We should be able to recover its contents as long as it remains inside until low tide. Inside, so don't use it. Match for food. Quick to travel by food, flammable. So I don't want to... Interesting, these things also have HP. I guess for the farmer. There's wood. I guess later we can get woodcutters or so as well. Do we get one bird, like, well, every time? 3. I can move you closer. We need food. 3 guys is a lot, though. I can't really summon that many. The chest will be yours to open during low tide. So maybe that's the other way. I kind of was... I mean, we have enough wood and coins, but food is a huge problem right now. 4. Do you summon one every turn? Yeah, I need to get rid of you then. Question is, how do I do that? Could just try to go to this corner and try to get this away. It's so many birds. Are you kidding me? Time is running out. Yeah, that might be our way right now. Gotta try to survive. There's so many of those. There's also food. Can I get... How much food do I get? Do I get 3 if I do this? I don't know. So, I could do this, but I want the chests, right? Oh, wood. Do I need that much wood? Not really. Oh, I did it. Oops. This freaking birdcage scares me a lot right now. I like some food. Could you guys... What the hell? Where did you come from? Isn't this a little bit not nice? How dare you? Please disappear. Please disappear. Could you... Okay, that's just one, though. Okay, a little bit more food could actually be helpful. Apparently I used up one of these food thingies. We are running out of time. We are here now. Oh, what? I should have paid more attention. How did I trip? I wanted to be here. I wanted you to be down there. That was a huge mistake. That said, oh man, that's so many birdies. This is safe. This, you're gonna send one, gonna take time. We can defeat you. You're trapped. And we're just gonna hope that the birdies... What if I just bring them... Okay, can't move them like that. So, 4 soldiers. Is there a way to get food? I don't think so. So let's hide in the corner, I suppose. So you surround yourself with moats, but also these other castles are not transformed. So that's also technically a way to get to it. Well, let's gather all manners of trinkets, treasures, trifles, and toys. Yeah, let's open the chest. A selection of goods are good for the taking. Bird, offensive winged fairy, unhindered by terrain. Get it. Acquisition provides a brief search. These chests are emptied. It's now safe to shut them. Okay. I guess we fight. So many birdies. But we can also summon birdies now. Do I see stats on you? Offensive winged fairy. Aha. These guys fight. Attacks the enemy castle though. Soldiers don't. Interesting. Oh no, wait. It actually did draw on its friendly castles. Never mind. 2, 4... These guys could reach us. Do I go 2 guys, 2 birdies? Thing is, the birdies... 2 are never gonna win against 2, 4, 6 birdies. But maybe soldiers are stronger? I hope they go up here and then to the right. One farmer getting this, and I don't think we need other farmers, right? Let's go. Command's better? Sure. I have no idea. I'm scared. Go for... No, not there! Okay, at least they are trying to get you guys as well, maybe? I don't know. This looks weird. Oh no, they attacked the castle. The soldiers won against the birds, though. Oh no, come on, protect your queen! I'm the queen! No! What have you guys done? Fight! Yes, yes, yes. Ah, we lost. There was a chance, though. I think there was a chance we could have won this. With time and repetition comes comfort. You feel your maximum level of comfort increases to 1. Comfort? Okay. On the next morning, you awake in a strange bed. The bed is strange, not just because it is not your usual bed, but because it also not the bed you fell asleep in. Puck told you any room within the court might be the queen's, so you parted with him at the first room you found that wasn't already occupied. A small chamber beneath a staircase, a twin-sized bed neighbored by a nightstand and a lamp, a small desk in the corner, no windows. Meanwhile, the bed you awake in is queen-sized and contained within a spacious chamber that opens onto a balcony. The balcony overlooks the courtyard of your new home. You appear to be roughly 5 stories above the ground. Take stock of your possessions. Check. You look over the scant possessions that were on your person when you arrived at the court. Everything appears to be where you left it, with one irritating exception. Sometimes, between your arrival now, you have managed to misplace your keys. In a way, you suppose you also managed to misplace the locks those keys are intended for. A mystery, admittedly, of much greater concern to you than the missing keys. Well, we explore the court again, I suppose. We can return to the office, investigate the dining hall. Wait, there's a man named Puck. You have a lot to say to him. What if we talk to Puck again? Perfect, you have many things you wish to ask him. Yet as you draw near, he quickly exits the scene. You might be imagining it, but he appeared to retreat the moment he saw you approach. Interesting. And we can go more. But anyway, I played this now for 50 minutes, guys. This is cool. Clearly, there's more to explore, more people and characters that we can learn from. I guess there's gonna be some elements to get more HP when we do start a new run, more resources. There's gonna be different kinds of units we can build throughout the run. There's gonna be more jobs apparently as well, which will be very interesting as well, I suppose. And there's a timer, 7 AM in the morning. Interesting. Thumbs up. Let's go back to the menu. Last save 41 seconds ago. Oh wow, titanium cord. This is a very cool first impression. I'm intrigued. I like the core gameplay. I like how much, how easy it is to get into, but how much you need to think about this. Maybe, apparently, at least throughout the whole run, with the stats and everything, boss battles coming up. This is cool. I'm intrigued. Yeah. If you want to check it out for yourself, link is as always down below. Stay awesome. We see each other in the next one.